நளினி பிரியா அம்மா அவர்களை திருமதி நளினி பிரியா அம்மா அவர்களை மழலையர் ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர் தமிழ்நாடு மற்றும் புதுச்சேரி அவர்களை திருமதி பூங்கோதை அம்மா அவர்களை வரவேற்று அறிமுகப்படுத்துமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
My humble pronounce at the Dr. Lotus feet of Puducherry, Amrita Devi. We are honored to welcome Srimati Poongothai, a dedicated educator with 13 years of service at Amrita Vidyalayam. She began her career as a science teacher in AV Trichy and through her unwavering commitment and sincerity now serves as an academic coordinator at the Central Administrative Office. She is known for her discipline, dedication, and strong sense of punctuality, qualities that truly reflect the values we cherish at Amrita. Today, she will be sharing her thoughts on the topic, the attitude of the Amrita teacher. Let us extend a warm and respectful welcome to her. Welcome you, ma'am. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble prostrations at the love-honored lotus feet of Puja Mata Amrita Devi. My pranams to everyone gathered here. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. The Guru is Brahma, the Guru is Vishnu, the Guru is Maheshwaraha, and Guru is the embodiment of Parabrahma. To that glorious Guru I bow. Now, teacher is not just someone who teaches the textbook. She or he is a spark that lights or ignites a child's potential, a hand that holds through confusions, a heart who is able to identify the potentials hidden in child, even before that child gets to know that potential. So, moving to my topic, a slide is projected in the screen. Just I'll go with a situation. You have to imagine you are on your way to school. It starts raining heavily, and you don't possess umbrella. Right? Situation again. You are halfway to your school. It starts raining heavily, and you don't have umbrella. Now, what will be your condition? What will run in your mind? And what will be your action of plan? This situation. I want 3 volunteers. Let's go for that is row, second row, 3 volunteers. Right or left? 3 volunteers. My right side, second row, 3 volunteers. Just to stand in your place and you just convey what you will do, man. That is, your condition is, it is raining, right? What will be your condition? What you will think? What you will act? You are on your way to school. Okay, fine, standing under the tree, right? I will go late to my class. Okay, fine. Right? I don't get this. Okay, I can say you will replicate. Okay, right. Thank you, ma'am. So, the situation was same. The feeling was different. The thought was different. Plus, the action of plan also was different, right? So, you all people have demonstrated the definition for attitude. That's what we call it as attitude. So, attitude is the way or what we think, what we feel, and what we just act to a common situation. My topic, attitude of an Amrita teacher. So just you can share with educators. As teacher know who all and be the stakeholders. Now we will go with last 2 people. Last 3 volunteers. Stakeholders.
stakeholder? I need the stakeholder. Right, shall I go with ma'am? First, you know that we will group the stakeholders. That is into three. Students, you know, right? Students, parents, as well as the management. Right? So let me show the slide again. The key stakeholders influenced by educators are students, then parents, as well as management. Now, how our attitude should be towards the students we will go with first, right? Now, the attitude it plays a major role in bringing up or shaping the self-esteem as well as the overall growth of a student. The first one, the student, that is every student, you know that their regardless of their that is backgrounds, their abilities, you are supposed to respect them with dignity, with due respect. And the next one is, we know that they will be just coming from different backgrounds. They will undergo some sort of difficulties academically, emotionally, right? But you understand the people and just go for giving an unconditional support. That is no way conditions, right? Unconditioned support should be given. That is in the sense first to understand them and to provide unconditioned support. So generally we have the habit of always appreciating the achievements. We forget to just celebrate the small efforts. For example, a child, he just you just help him in little bit improving his handwriting. He comes with a note showing you that he has showed an improvement. You celebrate it, appreciate that. A small effort, right? Their progress, a small progress. If it is appreciated, it becomes too good. You build a good rapport with the students. Always have a smile and humor in your class, and never to go for any sort of bias. In the sense, we will not have any sort of favoritism, maybe a topper or a least performer or a middle class. No, we will not have any favoritism, and it should be unbiased. And then the thing is, students, they make mistake, that's how they learn. So you have to avoid sarcastic comments. In the sense, not to go with negative comments, just to go for adding up, no, this can be done in this way, to help them and to avoid all sorts of sarcastic comments. Now, the next important thing is, just initially we had a TOC grouping, that the very first evening when you came. What was the activity to group? And first you were asked to introduce your name, that, right? So name, each individual's name has got a value. So call by name. In our previous session, our education officer, Shri Muralidharanji, called people by name. Right? So we can build a sort of rapport or a connectivity. Then it makes you alert, that if I call a person from here, just they will be getting alert, that. So calling by name matters, and psychological approach, it says that a student sitting in one corner of a bench, he may just demand and look for you to have a look and to call his name at least once in a day. 8 teachers may go, he will expect at least one teacher to call out his name. So always call children by name. So what can be the tactics? That when you step into the class, you take 2 weeks time, you just memorize maximum names. Memorize them, right? If you are going to 3 to 4 classes, 120 names, try memorize within a year, right? You build a good rapport with students. So this should be your attitude towards students. The next is attitude towards parents. That is in the sense, parents, they are not just critics. You have to consider them as partners. What a critic does, that. What a book critic does, he reads, and he writes reviews on what is good and what is bad. Okay, we will go with like a joint partner with parents. And again, a family, it will have its own struggles, its own strength, that values. We are supposed to respect them and not to be judgmental. Not judge any family, that is parents, right? So do not be judgmental. That is, if the parents are emotional or defensive, just a calm and composed response, if you go with, it can bridge a good rapport with parents. Then parents, they feel very excited when you just pass a note of appreciation. Generally, we go for using or contacting parents to just complain, to bring out the complaint or any problem if you are facing with. If you go for expressing and just providing a note of appreciation of the child, they will feel more excited and happy with, right? Can you just tell me a few ways how we can just pass such positive notes to parents? Anybody can volunteer. Yes, Very good, ma'am. Right? See, our school diary has a page. Good work done. Right? So you just mention there the child what he has done and just send a message to parents. Any other? Any other? A positive note, you just communicate to parents their child's performance. Any other things? Yes, ma'am. Can we just make a call to the parent and just appreciate this is how your child has done this? It can be done. A WhatsApp message can be texted to the parent, right? So they feel that their child, he or she is safe in teacher's hand, right? So in addition to that, even more, you can just create some sort of appreciation cards. Give it. Yeah, your badge you go with a smiley badge or whatever it is. You just find ways to appreciate children. Then your communication should be very honest and open. Now, if at all you come across any sort of issues or problem, we have to find what can be done with. We will not dig into what would have happened, right? What went wrong, right? Let us not focus into that. Join hand with parents to work out to just bring out the solution. So it should be solution based. So parents, the school, when they walk, you know that the child can run with confidence. When they walk together, a child can run with confidence. So overall attitude towards students we saw, towards parents we have seen. Now the next important one is towards the management. Always be a professional. The definition for professional, how it is given, you know that it upholds a standardized behavior and ethic, knowledgeable, standardized behavior and ethic. So be a professional in institution. Then the next one is owning the school. Right? When you step into the school gate, your thought should be that this is my school, right? You possess it. Right? Always know when that attitude of my comes, how we will try, how we will go into my school, my campus, my students, what am I going to do to my school? Okay, so possess your school, own your school. Then there won't be ways to spread any sort of negativity. Only positivities can be spread with, right? So own your school and sure to follow with the protocols and to respect the hierarchy. Be open to feedbacks. Now you know that. Just let me add a bit. Once what happened, you know that a vegetable vendor who was selling vegetables, he had a board written and hung near it. It read that fresh vegetables sold here. A person came by, he starts seeing the vegetable looking fresh. No, we know that it is fresh. Why do you want to mention a fresh word there? You can erase it, he said. He wiped off that. Right? The next person came, he said, everybody knows that you are selling fruit, you are selling vegetables. Why should you mention that vegetables sold here? You can wipe off that word, vegetable, he said. He wiped that. Okay. Now only left words are sold here, right? So another person came, he mentioned that it is not free of cost, right? We are anyhow going to sell it. Why should it be written on the board? So again he wiped the sold. Only what was left? Here was left. Then another person came, he said, we know that every day you stand here, right? And you sell it here. Why should it be mentioned here? So he wiped that. Now what happened? Another person came, right? He said, see, what is the purpose of you to just have this blank or empty board hung? You can write fresh vegetables sold here. See, again, there is a repetition, right? So, feedbacks, it will come from all sides, but you have to remain quiet or calm and then reflect it. Maybe the feedbacks can be a tool which can help you for a professional growth, personal as well as professional growth. So always be open to feedback. The next important thing is to avoid gossips. Now, if I start an activity with people, not just telling a secret in their ears, when it reaches the sixth row, what will happen? That sentence would have been added with too many ears, tongues, mouths, yes, and a huge head. Okay, so go with gossip. Now establish a mutual trust with the management, and then the next one is I'll go with that is assume a condition, right? I have a jar with me, right? A jar with me, 3 objects are available. One big stones, another one small pebbles, and then sand. You are supposed to fill the jar. How can it be done? Any volunteers? A jar, small stones, big stones, and sand. You have to use these objects to fill the jar. Stores 5 lakh. Apparatus 5 lakh. Very good, ma'am. You can find yourself. Good. 5 lakhs. See, a jar. A jar with all these components, what was shared. This jar represents our life. Jar represents our life. These big stones, you know that, see, they are the friends, that is health, family, and work. Here it comes how we prioritize our work. These are all the things which has to be given first priority, followed by the small one, secondary priority things. Maybe your personal hobbies, you will go with your personal happiness, or your me time, it goes with that. So that goes with the small bubbles, and the stack bucket can be there. What does it represent? A very good map. That is petty things and problems, or petty things, okay, trivial matters. You need not give more importance or priority to that. So, see, you can be a taskmaster if you are able to prioritize the things, okay. That is towards the management, towards family, you just have an emotional balance, you can shine up. So, this is how the attitude towards students, teachers, students, parents, as well as the management has to be. Now, see, here is a platform for you to reflect on where we are and where we ought to be. Let me categorize the teachers into three categories. Okay, a normal teacher, a mediocre teacher, and a great teacher. A normal teacher generally, she delivers the content, then she conducts tests. She will have minimum level of communication or involvement with the child. She feels happy completing the syllabus. Everybody will be after coverage of syllabus. Okay, syllabus done, her duty is over. Normal teacher's character. Okay. Now we will move with the mediocre teacher. The mediocre teacher, she little bit steps up. Okay. Goes for explaining the content, conducts periodical tests, tests whether child is able to follow or not. Okay, she meets the learning objectives. With that, her role is over. Now comes the next level of teacher, that is a great teacher. A great teacher inspires a child, okay? He or she nurtures their values and establishes a sort of a good rapport and bond with child and makes them discover who they are. That is an attitude of great teacher. So now you think where we are with. I'll give two situations. This side one situation, this side another situation. You people will write what a normal teacher will do, mediocre teacher will do, and a great teacher will do. So this side people, the situation is a child struggles with long division. He suffers, okay, struggles to go with performing long division method. So you will list me what a mediocre normal teacher will do, mediocre teacher will do, and a great teacher will do. An assignment, you people are not noting, but it's an assignment, I said. Assignment. Now this time people, it is another situation that is as child he fails multiple times. He fails multiple times. So what a normal teacher will do, mediocre teacher and a great teacher will do it. 1 minute time. Yes, sir, you have to write it. Yes, sir. So later we will discuss. Fine. I hope you would have written, right? We will just during after this session, we will come into that again, right? So there should be a step-up transformation or journey. Now you will have to plan your journey, how it has to be. Now it is said that APJ Abdul Kalam ji every time he just shares his experience, telling that his teachers made him think independently, right? And they made him to dream big. So every time he just credits his teachers, saying that they were the one to shape his values, right? Now you would have seen the bond between Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, his guru. That is, the teachings was not of mere textbook; it was beyond that. Through experience, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has taught him. So the impact what we had is we got a great leader, we had a great spiritual leader, and even now, through millions of people, they are getting influenced by his message. So there remains the great teacher. So take this transformation as a choice or a chance, and you have to step up to the next level. So let me just go with this slide. That is a journey from a normal teacher to the great teacher. The normal teacher fills the mind, and a mediocre teacher, you know, that opens the mind, and a great teacher touches and transforms a life. Now, I want few volunteers, any 5 volunteers, to stand and just tell me the name of the teacher you remember and what for you remember them. Any 5 will do, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I do not want explanation, not just what for. What for? Quality alone will do for you.
I love her pronunciation when I was studying LKG.
Oh, fine, ma'am.
Still now I remember.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Namaskar, ma'am. My name is Gomati. I can't able to forget my teacher, chemistry teacher, Subbalakshmi. She takes more care of me.
Okay, fine, please. Okay, concern. Yes, ma'am.
Regarding the academics.
Oh, fine, ma'am. Beyond academics, is there any possibility? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, to remember.
Yes, sir.
To take care beyond academics. You might be in some trouble. I think we can't say that any family members used to cover it, and he used to stand along with us.
Oh, fine, sir. Nice, sir. Okay, right. Yes, ma'am.
I love my UKG teacher. Her name is Kanchana because she looks very beautiful. That's it.
Fine, ma'am.
I remember my chemistry teacher, Shailaja ma'am. Why? Because she was unbiased.
Oh, fine.
She treats everyone equally.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. We give a good clap to them. Now, it is said that the qualities, it shapes the attitude of a teacher. It is said that qualities, right? We will just come across with few qualities which can just boost our attitude. The first one, command over the language and mastery in subject. Now, if a person is proficient in the language, you know that there will be clear, that is clarity, that is conveying the message. There will be active part, that is listening. Meaningful engagement will be there between the communicators, right? So proficiency in English, it has to be developed with, right? It can even boost your self-confidence, you know that, self-confidence, right? And it brings a trust in that interaction. So now just list me very fast few ways how you can boost your language skill. Very fast. On listening, yes ma'am. Reading, yes ma'am. Speaking, fine. Now, one thing what you can do is when you step into the campus, again I tell you, take both that you will communicate with all in English, right? It's the best way, right? So that we will get 2 benefits. One, our language skill will improve. Another thing, we can limit our yes or no. Instead of with peers, when you go for with English, we can really limit our talk. So you can be doubly that is benefited, right? That can be done. In addition to that, all the Amrita schools, they have got a very beautiful library. It is open to everybody at all the time. So you can use the resources and you can develop your language skill. Plus you can add with everyday 3 words, right? You can just simply use the words in any of your sentence in the classroom so that your vocabulary also will increase. Plus child's vocabulary also can be enhanced. In addition to that, mastery over the subject, it is needed. You know that because it earns respect as well as an authority. So it is needed. So let me go back. Now, today's our sir in his session, he just that is he projected a slide, the Guru Shishya, right? A slide, and he said that Shishya, he was the that is the CEO and MD of this BrahMos Aerospace, right? We were not familiar with, so we have to stay always updated. So that is the needed quality. If one person, you see that if you are able to just get yourself updated and share to children, you become more than a knowledgeable professional, right? You become something like an impactful communicator. So always stay updated. And we go is the second quality is that is clear communication. That communication in the sense what it is when you convey something, it should reach the people. Right? Clearly, it should be understandable. That's what we call it as communication. So here two ways of communication. One you call verbal, another one is non-verbal. Verbal, you know that it is through words. The spoken communication, that is how we establish it. That is in classrooms when you step into, just you list down the classroom expectations, what you are after, so that a good, a positive learning, teaching learning environment can be established. Okay, so first is that, and never to go with abusing words, and you can go with a two-way dialogue in the sense, the two types of questions are there. You know that an open-ended as well as closed-ended. Closed-ended question, you know, it's facts. The answer will be either yes or no. Open-ended question in the sense, you just make them think beyond, right, out of box. Let them share their thoughts. Let them just their critical thinking. So that communication should be encouraged. Plus, always it matters that is your tone. It adds to the aspect of your personality. So your tone should be very encouraging, right? And this is the way of promoting a good communication. Now, this non-verbal communication, you know that it is an unspoken language. Don't you get inspired seeing Vivekananda's gesture? Yes, we get inspired. So your body language speaks, your gesture speaks, right? Your expressions, eyebrows, you just nod your head, you smile, okay, right? All these can add up to non-verbal communication. In addition to that, you can just go for a small pat even, but the distance, no, you have to maintain the distance that you call it as proximity. That is maintaining physical distance plus respecting personal boundaries. That has to be done. So, all these, they add to the which one? A sort of clear communication. So first we saw our improvement in language, then with clear communication. The next one is about team building. This is a work culture where what happens, you know that you can see oneness in everything. That is, no, you happen to see all these flexes. Right? What do you think it would have been printed somewhere and got and how it is? It's that is projection of teamwork. Sir had assigned 21 schools the topic, that is Gita, right? That was a topic for our cultural education camp. And it is the teamwork. All teachers put together in one school. No, they have just gone with 6 portraits printed in one flex. Right? So this goes with the teamwork, right? In teamwork, the individual is not getting recognized. The team each has a responsibility and they are getting recognized. A good teamwork, no, a high class, even if it is assigned, if there is a good teamwork, no, people can come out and they can do well. Now, in teamwork, you know that two aspects, no, they can hinder. They can just stop. That is hinder it. One can be the ego. You know that. Okay, there should not be ego plus pride also. That is looking down on others. When these two are just eliminated, teamwork comes out. In argument as well as discussion. What does discussion mean? Now you are assigned not with arguments. We went with 3 discussions, not arguments. What does it mean? Discussion. Dialogue in the sense, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is, you get a space to share your ideas. Okay, right? Then you have better terms. Okay, right? Mutual understanding and respect prevails in discussion. So always promote healthy discussions rather than this argument. What does argument mean? Yes, ma'am. That is never even come to a conclusion. You know that. People keep on prolonging it. Okay, so these two, when it is avoided, a teamwork can work out well. Always be open-minded and promote a sort of healthy discussions. The next one is accountability. Accountability in the sense, no, shouldering the responsibility. You are accountable for your students. Then to parents, you have got accountability towards the management and to oneself also. Class of 40 students. Think about, you just give them present for 40 minutes. Your time goes with 40 minutes, but their time, you know that 40 minutes into 40 students. Right? So it matters more. So we are to ensure that children are getting quality education. To that, our system has got a master plan, you know that, a period plan. So they are what depends how effectively it is being planned and it is being executed just shows your accountability, right? So you have to ensure that the children they get a right and quality education, plus provide them a positive learning environment also. And you are measuring their progress also. How do we measure the progress in child? Yes, when there is somewhere lack, you will reflect on yourself, you will go for some sort of remedial teachings and it proceeds with. Students. To parents, are we accountable? Yes, joint hand we work, that is we both partners work together for student welfare. So that too is there. Then to the management, yes, right? Shouldering your responsibilities. Whatever work is assigned to you without flaw, without reminders, it has to be completed. Oneself, are we answerable? Yes, to reflect on and where we are, we get satisfied. Yes, fine. Next one is reliability in the sense people trust you. How you will be trusted? Yes, ma'am. That is full commitment towards your work, right? When anything is assigned, you just keep up that. You don't go for reminders. You don't get reminders. You complete your work. You are fully committed. Then you are trusted, right? So same way, you keep up a promise. You inform children that tomorrow we are going to have a unit test. And if you do not conduct, what will happen? Children know there comes a lag in them, a learning gap. Okay, so never to go with that. Always keep up the promise and be reliable. And into that, that is, you will have to move with synergy in the sense what you think, what you speak, and what you act. No, these all should have an alignment. Okay, that you call it a synergy. That's what you tell know what you practice. That can be preached, right? Fine. In addition to that, the person remains emotionally stable and to avoid gossips. Now, this you know that you would have watched this movie. Can anyone tell? Can you tell the character name of that boy? Ishan. Yes, ma'am. It is Ishan, right? Now, see, empathetic in the sense putting yourself into the shoes of others. That is, you just listen to others actively, then you understand them, you ask questions, and then you support them to the maximum. That you call it as empathy, right? Now, this story, let me just very briefly tell you what happens. This child, he has a problem with dyslexia, recognition in a number and alphabet difficulty, but a person with immense imagination. When teacher gives him a problem to multiply 2 plus 3, you know that he will have an imagination that all these numbers will come in 5, they will come out with some solution. That much imagination he was. So, he could not come up well in his academics. So gradually what happened? People started neglecting, right? So this child got himself into the shell somewhere, right? Away from his class, right? The teacher comes, he finds him, right? He just takes extra effort, moves up to him, finds his difficulty, discovers his talent and gets him exposed and a platform is provided for him. He comes out well, this child, right? So that's what you call it as empathy. Each child, you have to consider, right? Here we have a policy in Amrita that no child should be left behind. That is our policy. So, the child should be considered and with empathy and patience. Patience, you know that from all the sides we will have pressures, but how to balance with, that matters more. Take a deep breath, stay calm and have this statement, that is, this too is temporary and it will pass by, right? So, you can remain patient. What happens, you lose your patience. We just immediately react, you know that, right? So, that reacting, when you react, this anger, it will get transferred from one person to another. So, a simple thing is, just reflect on what triggers you, right? Just reflect on. Then, you avoid it, so that, you act wisely to overcome that. So, this is another quality which can bring about a change in attitude. Now the next one is, that is one value, one mantra. That is, now picking up one core value will do, and all the other values, it is said that they will chain up and they form a thread of a fabric, it is said that. Okay. So one value will do. For example, a teacher being very punctual, it becomes her foundational habit. Then what will happen? An inner discipline is created. She becomes respectful. Then she becomes a sort of trustworthy. So all the other values, no, it will line up when one core value is taken up. That should come from within. What value we are going to take up with. For example, you know that Mahatma Gandhi, he took one value. What was it? Truth. Truth. Okay, fine. Then when he practiced that, what happened? No, he gradually went into which one? Ahimsa, a sort of simplicity. Then we could get we could transform our nation because of that one value, right? Even our Mata Amrita Devi, one value, that is love and compassion, right? So beyond that, it went with selfless service, generosity, right? And universal love, no, it could be established. So one core value will do. Now a saying is there, you water the roots, the entire tree get nurtured. So what will happen? All the values, no, they will align up and they will just stick to this value. Then the thing is, the values, you know that it can't be taught with. This statement, can anyone explain this statement? Values are not taught. They are taught, sorry, and not taught. How it is? Yes, ma'am?
When you say don't paint your nails with nail polish, we should not paint our nails with nail polish.
Yes, ma'am. Everybody will give ma'am a good clap. The thing is, that is no, you become a living lesson for children. They see teachers and then they imbibe their character. So, naturally, what happens when they see that environment very conducive, what will happen? Children too will adopt to that. So, we have been into some qualities. Now, you want me to recall or just you will recall yourself? Shall we just go for it, recalling? So these are all the qualities. Just reflect on which quality you will be able to take, which is simple for you to practice, right? Any one quality you just step with, which you adopt to, right? Shall I move to the next one? Fine. So qualities we saw. Now we will be into the vision and mission. Sadhguru Mata Amrita Devi, founder and chairman, Amma had a vision, right? And a noble vision it was to start institutions. And we have got more than 22 Amrita Vidyalayams in Tamilnadu. And it is getting extended, right? So, being a visionary, Amma had a major vision, right? What is a vision? I'll tell. That is a long-term goal. That is what you call it as a vision, right? So, the vision was beyond academic excellence, a child should come and he or she should have a holistic development, right? Beyond academics, I'm telling you. Now, a wholesome development is expected. In addition to that, you know that environment, no, it has its own threats. So, a child should be in a condition to just go for facing this modern world. And beyond that, a compassionate youth providing a selfless service to the society. So being this as vision, it has to be achieved. So how it can be achieved is through mission. What mission says is small efforts done to reach the long-term goal. That's what you call it as mission, right? Now to that, from our side, what we can go with. So always see to that our personal goal should be in alignment with the institutional goal. Institutional vision we are clear with. So personal goal also always should be in alignment with that of the institutional goal, right? Now how it is possible, we will go with. So as I said, we are practicing the values, right? We become living example, so children adopt that. In addition to that, an individual or a teacher has a responsibility to just nurture the values in child. So first and the foremost thing is to instill the ideal, the goal. That is, first one, no, they should feel pride in working hard. In the sense, there is no shortcuts for hard work, you know that. So they should feel that and they should make maximum effort for this hard working. And that is, in the sense, no, to that how to develop it, how to develop that attitude of hard working children. In classrooms, you can just share stories of people who have succeeded due to their perseverance. That is constant hard work, right? That should be brought into the mind. If it is so, children will take pride in hard work and then they will be able to face the challenges. So one ideal what has to be instilled is take pride in hard work. The next one is teachers not only are to provide academic support, in addition to that, they can act as a social reformer. Social reformer, right? We have to just help them understanding the values of our tradition, right? Our culture. They should respect. Okay, that character has to be instilled in them. See the statement, and nation's culture resides in the heart and in the souls of its people. So they should feel proud and pride of their culture. That too, how it can be inculcated in students? Yes, ma'am.
My cultural programs, participating in all the festivals.
Yes, ma'am. So that is a system in our Amrita that is almost a maximum festivals are being celebrated, right? All traditional how it goes with in that way it is getting celebrated. In addition to that, many assembly programs are there, right? So Wednesdays goes with patriotic assembly. So there unsung heroes, right, or their life history, right? All those are getting shared in form of either skit or role plays. It is being just brought to the notice of children. So two things what we are up to do is one, just make them understand that they should go for with hard work. Another one, pride in culture, right? Now people have got that consumerist attitude, you know that. See, they ask what country does okay to me, right? What I should do for, right? That attitude should not be there. You might have gone with all these eminent personalities, they take or input from the society will be very less, but their output to the society, it will be more. That is, they selflessly serve, they are deep-rooted and they selflessly serve to the society. So that attitude, it should be inculcated in students too. Right? Now I want you to just go for looking into watching this video.
It was a lazy Sunday afternoon. Two school-going friends in a small town had a crazy idea. They rounded up 3 goats from a farm close by and painted the numbers 1, 2, and 4 on their sides. That night, they let the goats loose inside their school building. The next morning, when the teachers, staff, children entered the school, they could literally smell something was wrong. They saw goat droppings all over the place and concluded that goats had entered the building. Now it was a mission to locate the goat. A team was assigned to look for the goats, and very soon the 3 goats with the numbers 1, 2, and 4 painted on them were found. The school authorities were relieved, but simultaneously worried. They found 1, 2, and 4. Where was the goat number 3? The search team spent the rest of the day looking for the goat number 3. There was panic, frustration. The school declared a holiday for the students only unto their joy. The teachers, helpers, canteen boys, everybody was busy looking for goat number 3, which of course was never found. You know why? Because it simply did not exist.
Now I want you to reflect and share your outputs.
People always search for what they don't have. They have beautiful kids at home. They can happily enjoy with children at home. But they will all go for mall for purchase or something. But at the end of the day, they don't get the happiness.
Very good. Very good, ma'am. Excellent. We will give ma'am a very good clap. We will relate it with teachers, right? We will relate it with teachers. All teachers know we have got an inherent capacity. We have right? We don't understand it. We have got excess potential in us, right? We have to bring it out, right? And we will be after, but what happens? No, we will not be after that missing piece or missing thing in us, right? Be after what you have. Your strength, no, bring it out, and you are supposed to go for that is making the most of what we have. Yes. So we have that inherent capacity. Bring out that inherent capacity. Fine. Now, this is what is meant with attitude towards oneself. I said earlier, right? Can you expand SOT? Yes. Strength, weakness, then opportunities, fine, and threats. Yes, ma'am. Threats. It is strength, weakness, opportunities, as well as threats. So this is for a self-introspection. Always know when we go up with now, monthly once you frame. I have framed a set of questions, just, and then it is for self-introspection. Okay, you people can frame it. Teachers can go for framing a sort of a questionnaire like this. Monthly once, no, you can just grade like this. Some sort of grade you can have, and where you are or where we are can be tested with. And beyond that, no, you reflect and you bring about what change can be brought in, so that no next level we are moving to. Our journey, no, it proceeds with. Yes? The next one is an image put to you, related with our session, and I want you to answer. Related with this session and answer. A reflection, yes ma'am.
It's very, we should have a clear attitude.
I don't get ma'am.
We should have a clear attitude.
Okay, fine ma'am, clear attitude, right?
The students reflect what we give them.
Very good ma'am, give ma'am a very good clap. That is, we often speak about skills, techniques, methods, right? All these are needed, but beyond that lies attitude, right? So the teacher's attitude, no, it gets reflected in each and every one of the student. It is said that, so that if the attitude, no, it is too good and to groom up with, you can bring that is marvelous impact in the life of a child. In return, it gets a greater influence in the society. You know that, right? This is what is being reflected here. Now to end up with, I'll go with a small story. Once a gardener, no, he gave a person 5 seeds, and that person went for just taking care. So what happened? No, first seed, immediately within a week, no, it sprouted out with full energy. The next seed, it took time, but came up with beautiful purple flower. The third seed, it struggled a lot. It was a sturdy right shrub with no beautiful flowers. But what happened? No, it had useful leaves. The fourth seed, it too just came out. It went on giving deep roots, right, for a short stem. The fifth seed did not come out for months together, but care was given to that, and one fine day it started growing slowly and it became a majestic tree, right? So the thing is, the seeds needed them to be treated not equally, differently, right? They wanted them to be treated differently. So see the child in different dimensions, right? They have got their own unique potential. That potential, if it is nurtured, child will come up well and be a responsible citizen, right? An Indian yogi, Maharishi Sri Aurobindo says, go for the difficult, right? You get a handful of children, 40 children, you just choose a toughest child, work with him, right? And one fine day, you get a message or a person coming and meeting you and telling that, ma'am, you brought a difference in my life, right? That will be the ever happiest moment for the teacher to cherish with, right? So that level we are, there we are. So being blessed with this, taking up this noblest profession, it is said that if your profession is directed towards students and dedicated to the welfare of the society, you come very close to God, it is said that. So with Amma's grace and Almighty, that Almighty we share the blessings to excel in your profession. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
ஆசிரியராக அறிவித்து எங்களுக்கு சிறந்ததொரு உரையை கொடுத்தீர்கள். நன்றி. என்னை ஒரு சிறிய இடைவேளை எடுத்துக்கொண்டு மீண்டும் அனைவரும்